Good afternoon, thank you for watching Rundlii Gaming. Um, so we are going to do another video. This one is going to be on Final Factory. It is still a early alpha style game, so things have been constantly changing. This one's going to be a little bit different of a video. I had some issues with the previous save that we were working on as things were updating, because the game is updating at a fairly rapid rate. So there's always updates coming. Sometimes it can have different effects on save files because things do change pretty consistently. So I had some issues with crashing and stuff, but so I ended up working on a completely different round this time. I kind of give myself a couple different ways to play on this one, so it has a couple different rules that I'm kind of working with. So another cool thing about the game up to this point is it's pretty good with mods in general, in the sense that you can make different modifications for the game itself, and that can kind of give you different ways of playing it as well. So as of right now, we're running a couple different things just to kind of keep things a little bit interesting. And with this particular one, we basically had the ore on these increased quite a bit, so that way you can keep mining them for quite a while. They're not going to fall apart anytime soon. Additionally, normally you can only have one of these per like location, and with that, we basically increase the stability of them dramatically, so we can build a very large singular base. So pretty much everything that you see up at this point is all connected together, and basically this is kind of our workhorse down here that basically powers it. We've been just gradually sectioning off more and more space here, so that way we can, because we'll probably end up filling this entire section here with solar panels. There's probably more effective ways of doing all this stuff, but we're just going to keep probably increasing things in a very inefficient manner, but we'll just see how it goes. So another thing is we kind of started to build out a couple different lines. So like the south line's down here, so the blue comes all the way around, and then green will filter around with these here, and then blue will filter around here. These help us construct different things. So like if I wanted to get solar panels, because we do burn through quite a few solar panels, but right now we have like 600 or 700. So this one is these connectors. So if we need more connectors, we can always come here and pull some more as well. Also, we have about 400 of those, so not too bad right now. I think these are also connectors and connectors. Yeah. Because we do plan to expand this significantly, and we're going to probably just keep building things out further and further as we go. Because the goal of this one is to basically not use any freighters, which are kind of like one of the big cargo ships that you can move things from one location to the other location, or inserters, which is kind of what I was really kind of using extensively in my last video. If you do want to watch that, that'll probably give you a little bit better of an idea of how the base game currently worked on that version. But the game currently prioritizes a lot of smaller bases, so you kind of want to work with one base into the next base, and each of those little bases do different things. In this case, we're just kind of building one monolithic thing that's all connected. And then, as we were going through, we kind of built a whole bunch of shipyards. These produce different things, like this one produces miners, because we're constantly having to build new miners. This is a research bot. These are bats, which are basically like little combat units. This one produces more research. And these will give us more of the storage boxes. So we don't use a significant amount of them because of how our setup is, but over time it's good to also get that as well. So more research, more miners, more miners, more miners, more research. And so that's kind of what you can see, is that we're effectively building a lot of different things like that. We are kind of running into some issues with supplies running out before they kind of go through here, because initially we ran it all around this big line here. Then by the time we filtered about halfway through the line, everything would drop off. So then we kind of built the blue and green also filtering from the bottom in hopes it would at least get them through, but it's kind of limited success so far. So that's currently where we're sitting at as far as the current base. I think kind of where we want to go next, we might end up cutting off some more of let's see here. Because in all honesty, anything from like this one left, because we do have quite a bit of production here, is probably not actually coming through and making these the throughput good enough. Like this one at least seems consistent on the bottom, and this one filters to the right and to the left. So we kind of need to, like, we could probably just as easily cut that and be okay. Yeah, let's just connect them with this for now, because I don't actually have a plan for this yet. We could make another green path, which could then dump further more resources over. One thing we've been kind of using a lot of are these. And the reason that we're pretty much using them is that they kind of help us move resources in different directions if we need to. So this one's going to be blue. So we're going to keep pushing blue through there. Now the good thing though is we can connect other resources to it. So in this case we are going to connect green to it. And let's push green through. So we're kind of hoping though is we're about to increase the amount of resources coming through. Because it does seem like we're pushing it through a little more consistently now. But I don't know if it's quite reaching up here or not. Alright, so I'm not sure if this works any better. Let's go ahead and increase that. So this is backlogged a little bit. That is not backlogged at all. So let's push these out. So the next thing is we're kind of limited on how much brown is getting through, so we do kind of need to build that a little bit out as well. Now there were a few other things we basically did, which was basically push some of the orange through the bottom here, and that kind of helped fill out the area a little bit as well. I mean, to be fair, this is actually storing stuff, so it's actually not bad. That's fully stored, so it might actually be okay on orange. The green is still sort of a thing. So that's kind of what we're working on here, is trying to kind of optimize how much resources we can plug through this area. This is supposed to be kind of building our essentials, like mining, research, and the bats. So the bats are over here right now. And so basically if we needed to, see, take max, take max, take max. Like now we have a pretty strong army, so we can actually go around and start fighting stuff if we need to. So the good thing is, I believe green is looking okay now. It's not great, but it's okay. Otherwise, we did buffer out research quite a bit. And then mining operations are significantly higher. We may see if we can find another rock and just put all the research over there. And then we're also, I think really our next step is probably to see if we can find a planet. So we do have a few things we would need to do next. So planetary research station recipe. And then there will be planetary bots. See, those are knights. We'll probably need to make some knights as well. And planetary research bots. That is a lot of resources per. Alright, yeah, so next thing we're going to actually look for is a planet. Alright. That said, we are pretty much completely surrounded by enemies, really. So that is something that has been building up, because I'll say as of right now, we are pushing about 4 hours. So that whole base that you've seen is currently about 4 hours worth of work. I'm sure some people could build a little bit quicker, but we're kind of just You kind of had to build a lot of things by hand because a lot of my stuff wasn't automated early on. So because we had to basically tunnel all the way around, because the goal is not to run any inserters or freighters, like the big cargo ships. Yeah, there's a lot of enemies. Alright. Yeah, I don't know if we necessarily want to get too distracted with fighting stuff. I might try to head east. I think we do kind of want a planet that isn't super far away. Because pretty much anything that we build, so if we want to get like the planetary research bots, for example, we do need to be able to move them down to where we're at, or where that'll be at. So we do kind of want at least in the same area. Starting to think there's not much in the way of planets near us. Well, I guess we found a sun. More space rocks. Another small rock. Alright. Unfortunately, I guess says our base is actually under attack. So I guess we'll go down. Huh. Might have been because they caught fire. Because initially they were actually part of the bigger system, and the bigger system itself had power or electrical stuff on it, or heatsink stuff on it. Fortunately, we did not find a planet. We're going to go in a singular direction for now. I mean, that said, if we do end up going this direction with it, we want to clear some stuff to kind of make sort of a roadway for things to travel on. And don't get me wrong, we could certainly be doing this in a more optimal way as far as combat goes, where we just kind of pick apart small groups at a time and then slowly get rid of things, but let's try the other side of this planet. Because we kind of came up the left side of it last time. Alright. Alright, so because the situation we're going to run into is we don't have the planetary research that we'll need. Um, we do have like the asteroid research, so like that one's good. However, we certainly do not have the planetary side of it. We do need to start researching that because it is going to be a pretty big priority for us. Let's go and grab everything that we can based on the research we do. Ah, I didn't realize I was being destroyed. Yeah, that's fine. The good thing is we have so much production anyway that we should be able to just kind of restock everything we need fairly quickly. So like, some more tunnels, more tunnels. A bunch of green, bunch more green, bunch more green. A bunch of blue. So far that's where we are on our kind of monolithic design. So we may make some more videos in the near future. But this is kind of our new project until some sort of update sort of messes things up a little bit. But as I said, the game is still kind of in an early development phase, so I do expect things to consistently be changing enough that um, it could very easily mess up some saves and stuff, which is perfectly fine. It's just kind of nature for the course of any kind of testing that you may do, because things will drastically be changing. Because it's always, there's still different things being worked on in it. And as I said, every single day he's adding more quality of life stuff as well to make things a little bit more proficient. Like he put in cut and paste things. If you want to make a blueprint, you can basically just copy a section and then paste it into another area. So if you wanted to kind of just mimic the same sort of setup of factories, so that's where a lot of these were. After I designed one of them, then we just pasted like 3 more in here just to kind of ramp up how much stuff we are producing there. So if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, etc. Then we should hopefully have some more videos in the near future. Thank you for watching Rundlii Gaming, and you have a good day.